We get a lot of email on a daily basis from people throughout our communities that have either dog training questions or they're having dog behavioral problems. And some of the more common questions that we are asked today, I have pulled an email. This particular email comes from Karen out of Neosho, and just kind of wanted to share this today and kind of let people know that there's more to dog training than just standard obedience training like sit, down, and stay. A lot of times I feel that we as a community is sometimes misled because we view behavioral problems in dogs that obedience training by itself is going to fix all those problems, and that's not necessarily true in all cases, because there is a big difference between behavioral problems and dog training. So I'll be honest with you, most of the calls that we get here at On Command, it comes in as she would like to have some obedience training for the dog, but when we get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on with the dog, almost all of these cases is a dog behavioral problem that standard obedience training would never fix without rehabilitating the dog a little bit and showing the dog some leadership within the home that the dog lives in. So this particular email, again, is one of the more common questions that we get asked, and it comes from Karen from Neosho. She goes, I have a huge problem with our border collie named Bailey. Bailey is 5 years old. We have had her since she was 10 weeks old. She is a wonderful dog all the way around for obedience, etc., having no problems. The problem is she is showing aggression towards our daughter, who will be 4 years old this coming March. My daughter used to be able to go and pet Bailey and help me feed her and etc. However, over the last couple of months, her aggression is getting worse and worse. I've gone to the point that I've put Bailey back in the kennel in an effort to prevent her from biting my daughter. Now, Bailey has even gone to the extent of preventing my daughter from getting into her own bed. If Bailey is close to either me or my husband and my daughter comes walking by, not provoking Bailey at all, Bailey will growl, then show teeth. Two suggestions that have been made to me, and the first one being either find her a new home or have Bailey put down. We also have been seeing some dog-on-dog aggression. It's to the point we are not willing to let people pet our dog. I work from home. I need help to fix this. What would you suggest? Karen, and anyone else that may be having this type of problem. The problem that we are seeing here is almost always a direct result as to how we humans live with our dogs. Usually when dogs act like this, they lack leadership from their owners. We humans must understand what rank drive is in our dogs and how it applies when we are raising our dogs through puppyhood to adulthood. Now, rank drive is defined as the hierarchy in a pack of dogs. In other words, the position the dog holds within your family pack. Now, some trainers believe that this rank drive no longer applies to domesticated dogs, and that this thing called rank drive has been carefully bred out of our domesticated dogs today. Well, I'm telling you that this belief could not be farther from the truth. Rank drive is just as dominant today as it was in the beginning of time in dogs. We humans may have been able to change the way that dogs look on the outside through careful and responsible breeding programs, but I'm telling you, we have not taken the pack mentality out of the dog regardless of its size or breed. Rank drive still exists in dogs even today. Now, in Karen's email, She said that her daughter used to be able to go pet their dog, play, feed, and etc. Karen, the reason your dog Bailey is showing aggression now and was not showing aggression a year ago around your daughter is because your daughter is getting older and the dog is trying to make sure it keeps its place in the pack order by making sure that your daughter does not become higher ranking than he is. In the eyes of us humans, this is very unacceptable behavior, and we never want to see this in our own dogs, especially when children are involved. But the truth is, this is completely normal behavior in dogs and how they interact with each other. You see, dogs see that we humans look differently, but when they come and live with us, the way that they interact with us, they see no difference. Another way of putting it, we humans are simply viewed as an extension of the pack that they came from. Karen, and all of you who may be facing something similar, maybe not a child as in Karen's case, but maybe you have adopted another puppy or you've even rescued another dog, and your older dog is showing this type of aggression. Remember this, no dog that is adopted by you should ever be allowed to assume the role of pack leadership. Pack leadership is not something new, and pack structure training is not optional in any home that has a dog. The bottom line is, if we humans don't provide structure and leadership a dog needs, then he or she will behave as canines have for thousands of years. And what they will do is they will start structuring your family and the household their own way. Karen, and anybody else that may be facing this kind of a challenge with their dog, your dog is not too far gone to be rehabilitated. As scary as this must look when this type of behavior is happening, all your dog needs is some guidance, some rules, and boundaries to be established. All dogs that live with us humans must always be positioned below the human in the ranking order that dogs follow through their own God-given instincts. Now, fixing problems like this once they surface does take some work. Call us today at On Command Canine Training Academy. We are located here in Joplin, Missouri. Our phone number is displayed at the bottom of the screen, 417-438-0003. I promise you, we will get you back on track with one of our pack structure training programs.